Lodge camp on it's in mountains over the Hudson River in New York.
Okay.
Nobody's supposed to know about this camp, but we don't know what the reason was.
Mm-hmm.
We found out later that it's concealed from everybody, and that's where we took our training. We didn't realize for invasion training,
Oh, okay.
all this kind of tactics and all that.
Uh-huh.
And we really didn't know about the invasion until we got on a ship to Brooklyn, New York, the Navy Yard there,
Mm-hmm.
and boarded these big transports.
Oh, okay. Okay. How long were you at Camp Shanks?
Camp Shanks, maybe about a month.
Okay.
That's where they took all the last training before going overseas, which we didn't really know that was coming,
Okay. What kind of training was it?
Infantry, they call that baptism of fire,
Okay.
Under live ammunition, crawling and bombs, bursting around us.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I was scared to death.
So they're making it real life.
Really, yes.
Yeah. So you were still about 18 or 19 at this time.
I was still 18, young.
18.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I guess you were. I guess for 18 year old, all that fire coming at
Right.
you around it just make you. But then too, some 18-year-old think nothing can happen to them anyway, right?
Yeah,
So-
and now I realize why they called it the baptism of fire.
Oh, okay, all right. So what was at this time you were still in the 60th Infantry, or you guys?
Right.
All of you came together.
I'm sorry, I meant to tell you, all the training I took in Mississippi and Fort Meade, Maryland and all that, I was in the 63rd Division.
Oh, okay.
So of course, we didn't know what's gonna happen. They took, they needed replacements.
Mhm.
The invasion's coming,
Mhm.
they took so many out of every division,
Mhm.
they shipped us over and all of a sudden, in Camp Shanks, New York, we found out we're in the 9th Division, 60th Infantry, altogether different from what we took our training in.
Oh, okay.
And I ended up in that division until I was wounded and since I left the Army,
Okay, all right, okay. Now, you say you went to Brooklyn and you got on a troop ship?
Right.
Okay. Was it an army ship or a crew? I mean, a commercial ship, or was it a?
Well, I found out our ship just by looking at they have these brass, says the SS Luxembourg.
Oh.
And I found out that this ship, when the war started, it was in South America.
Oh.
And the Germans were in South America also. They knew the ship was going back to America. They scuttled this ship in the harbor, but the United States somehow got a hold of it before it was sunk. They brought it back to, I don't know, it's Brooklyn area, but it was converted into this was a luxury liner.
Yeah.
They converted it into a troop ship.
Okay.
Beautiful big ship.
Oh, okay.
So it was the SS Luxembourg, and somehow I wish I can go to New York and look around and see if it's still around. Usually they last 100 years, them ships.
It could be somewhere in a museum or something. Or have it or something. Okay, so how many days did it take you to get to?
From from the Brooklyn Navy Yard to England was 13 days.
13 days. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. So, were you guys like avoiding submarines and crisscrossing and all that? Have you ever heard of other cases that guys?
We knew that when we avoiding aircraft too, because once our ship got into the waters, getting close, we were joined by maybe 150 ships. It was like another invasion,
Oh.
And all the ships had barrage balloons. You familiar with them? Long cables with these look like blimps up there. That's meant to protect us from German airplanes, strafing us.
Sure.
Because if they get close to the balloons, they explode,
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right. So 13 days on a ship. Obviously, was it going to Mississippi? Was that your first train ride?
Right.
Okay. And going to 13 days on the ship, was that your first trip on the sea?
Everybody was nauseated on this ship. The ship is, I don't care how big, everybody talks about these cruises they take. It's wonderful. It's not a troop ship during the war, and we had some high winds over there before we got to Normandy.
Yeah. So were you seasick